It's a song about people. You could enslave our bodies, but you couldn't enslave our spirit. And those songs came out of our spirit. They came from in here. The spirit can go everywhere it wants to go.
Right.
And then it comes out here.
Oh, Lord, know that you stand by me wherever I be. My soul is sinking down in my dying hour.
And they'd be on the tubs washing, and they were singing "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot" or whatever, as they did it. So you got to hear all of those, and you could walk up and down the street, people would be singing the spiritual. They're the songs that freed us. They liberated us. They give us joy and sadness even. I think those songs got the slaves over in many cases, or kept them encouraged. The fact that they could sing them, because they created them. They do so much for us. I know personally, when I sing or hear spiritual, they're so uplifting. They just make me happy and joyful. So I think it would do the same for the youngsters if they really heard them.
The spirituals, for us, those are the things that help us get through the misery. A song.
Right.
That was our aspirin. That was our high blood pressure medicine, so to speak. Whether we had to cry, but then you moan, and sometimes a moan turned into a song. And so and that was a very, it helped to get us through what we were living. And I just don't think that thing should die.
A spiritual is an African American song, usually with a Christian religious text. Spirituals were expressions of religious faith. They were originated by African American slaves in the United States. Slavery was introduced into the European colonies in 1619, and slaves largely replaced indentured servants as an economic labor force during the 19th century. Because they were unable to express themselves freely in ways that were spiritually meaningful to them, slaves often held secret religious services. During these camp meetings and bush meetings, worshipers were free to engage in African religious rituals such as spiritual possession, speaking in tongues, and shuffling in counterclockwise ring shouts to communal shouts and chants. It was there also that slaves further crafted the impromptu musical expression of field songs into the so-called line-signing and intricate multi-part harmonies of struggle and overcoming, faith, forbearance, and hope that have come to known as Negro spirituals.